What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of the Defiance Central Podcast. My name is Matt, and I'm joined by Jinbu and Cal, as always. How's it going, guys?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, man. Oh, man, you guys don't know how much he just tried to do that.
This is the 5th time I've introed the podcast, for this episode, so that was terrible. But I did it, guys! I did it!
He can take off his... he can go into big boy pants now.
Yes.
So we can stop the recording and upload now, or do we have
I think
more
we're good.
to
Short
discuss?
episode, but we're good. Just episode 6, Matt finally does something right. And
Anyway, where shall we start today then, guys?
I think we should start by saying follow us on Twitter at... No, I'm joking. We have a new community manager. I think that's something we should start with.
Yes, we do. We've got Sledgehammer70. He, when did he start? 2 days? Well, when was he announced, should we say? It was a couple of days ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wednesday this week, I think.
Yes, I believe it was.
Now, we're hopefully going to be having a little get-to-know-him interview with him soon. We've just got to set it up. But, Carl, you were saying you had a look into him and you...
Yeah, I know he's been working for THQ as a community manager in the past. And I think he also worked for Electronic Arts, I think the mobile division. Other than that, I never really heard of him before. He seems like a really nice guy, though. So looking forward to working with him.
We're recording this podcast a little bit late because we spent the last hour watching the live stream. We're recording on Friday. Well, it's Friday the 22nd. It's now, for me and Cal, Saturday, the 23rd. But still, and he seemed pretty cool. So we're looking forward to working with him in the future.
Yes, I'm actually looking. I don't see the post that announced him. So, I guess it was a few days ago.
He wasn't so much announced on the website. He was announced on the forums. Lance put a post. For those who are wondering, Lance will still be about. It's just the new point of contact primarily is going to be Sledge. So that. So for all your Defiance needs, go see Sledge. Other news this week, we've had. We had an announcement for a motion comic.
Awesome.
Which is kind of cool. And they had the first episode released, was it yesterday?
I think the day before. But yeah, it was... it was a bit short. I was a little bit... I mean, when I saw the video pop up on Twitter, I got really excited. But yeah, it will be nice if they come out in regular intervals and we can actually start piecing some things together.
So if you want to go see it, there is a link on the actual Defiance Central site, or you can go to the is it Defiance Universe?
On YouTube, yeah.
On YouTube, yeah. The Defiance Universe on YouTube, and it's out on there. Who's it follow?
Who's it?
Wait, what?
No, I was going to say, who's in it?
The person.
I'm actually not sure.
I've been behind on my Defiance.
The way I understood it, it wasn't about a specific person, right?
Well,
I mean, it's about two mercenaries coming up through the ranks.
Yeah, it's those mercs from the live action trailer, isn't it?
Ah, that might very well be the case.
Yeah, it's all the guys from the live action trailer.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
You follow now?
Yeah, I'm putting the pieces together now. Do you think they will have an impact on the actual TV series then? Because as far as I understood, that live action trailer was more like an introduction to the Defiance universe.
Well, they've been using the same guys a few different times, so
yeah. The girl in the live action trailer, she was in all the VBI stuff, wasn't she?
Yes. I believe so.
And so, yeah, Greg talked about it last week because people were saying, "Oh, it doesn't show the game. It's for the game." It's like, no, it's for the actual feel of an Arkfall
Yeah,
kind of.
people. There's been this habit going around when anytime a video like for instance, the enemy intel videos or the Ark Hunter Chronicles thing or anything like that, people or in CGI trailers too. It's like, oh, but it doesn't show gameplay. It's like there are plenty of gameplay videos of the game out. There's no reason to complain.
I would hope that no one this week is complaining about the amount of videos going out. Because...
There's just
Yeah.
far too many. Well, there's
no, don't say it like that.
No,
Please keep them coming.
Right, no, right. When I say there's far too many, I mean there's far too many breaking the NDAs from the stress tests and the betas and the alphas, but legitimate source videos is good.
That, and on top of that, they stream for about an hour every week.
Yes.
There's no reason to complain.
That's pretty unheard of.
Yeah, there's no reason to complain.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of videos, IGN, they've released an hour into the Xbox version of Defiance.
Indeed.
Now, that is pretty sweet. There was quite a lot of stuff covered in there because I believe it's the first time we've actually seen a proper run through of the tutorial, the newer, up to date tutorial sections.
That, and I think it was also time where we actually had like not off-screen footage, but actually on-screen footage, like being properly recorded. What I really enjoyed was actually seeing the cutscenes and such. They, in my opinion, they looked really, really good.
It's really good for in-game cutscenes, aren't they? Because they're using the in-game engines to run them, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, especially for an MMO. On top of just being in game, it's an MMO. They looked really good in my opinion.
What did you guys think of the voiceovers?
The voiceovers I liked. There was some funny bits, especially the. Oh man, I'm really rubbish with names.
Cass?
No, not Cass. The commander bloke.
Oh, that guy.
Grant, yeah. And it's like, dude, you're an asshole. I just thought that I just loved it.
The bit I really liked as well is where Rob mentioned that Von Bach was actually modeled after.
Oh yeah, after their boss.
After Lars Butler, and I mean, there are actually some pretty obvious familiar facial features. So that's something that gave me a good chuckle.
Yeah, they changed it though slightly, didn't they? Because they said it
but
was
you
more...
can still kinda see the resemblance.
Getting far too many people message me on the computer while I'm doing things. Go away, in the nicest possible way.
Go away! I'm trying to not have a life.
No, right, but the IGN video, yeah, they covered quite a few things.
Oh yeah.
In it, we saw some of the how would you say, kill streaks? Maybe. It comes in various ways of chain power.
Yeah.
Critical kill is what they called it. And after you kill someone with a critical kill, your next shot will do more damage. So you headshot a guy, and your next shot will do more damage.
Yeah, there's a
basically
lot of stuff.
What my understanding was.
Yeah, or I think it was either that, or I think he also mentioned that like if you just kill people repetitively, it doesn't necessarily have to be a headshot. Or
I think those were two separate mechanics. So
yeah, you've got the chain kills.
Which, okay.
I think he said did more damage the more kills you do.
Yeah, there was so much. There's a lot going on in it actually kind of surprised me because there's a lot going on in the background apparently that I.
You see, when I first started watching it, I was like, "Wow, this is great!" Yeah, and then I think I actually tuned out from Rob's voice for a bit, and I was just like trying to deconstruct the screen for information. It's like I've worked out, and I should.
Speaking of that, did you guys see the big number in the lower left corner? And any idea what that was?
I actually didn't notice the big number.
No, I did notice the big number. It seems I don't know, but it's it was an alpha
you mean
version.
okay, I see what you're saying. You mean the like large, like numerically large, not size.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I see.
Like
Yeah, I
a
did
few
notice that.
million.
I think it may have just been in like a glitch or something, because it seems like it shows up right above the grenade icon.
Well, when you compare it to Greg's Overload UT's stream, the number's well different though, ain't it? So
Yeah,
it looks to be a counter of some sort. Now I don't quite know what
Could
it
be
is.
something like that.
so
Could be experience. Could be credits. Could be something like that.
Something to ask anyway when I next speak to somebody. No, but yeah, deconstructing the screen to find out. I mean, I've got the controller layouts, the basic controller layouts by the looks of it, down to pretty much a T. So I may post them up soon.
We also already have those though.
Do
From
we?
Gamescom. Yes.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
photo of them in the
oh,
gallery.
yeah.
Right, I will
Well,
have to actually double check that.
They
Make
could
sure
have
they're
changed
the
since
same.
then a little bit.
That's true. That's true.
Nah, I'll double check, and if not, we'll do a post to remind people.
Yeah.
One thing I did like the sound of, at least anyway, was the Merv grenades. He was talking about the different types of grenades you can get.
Was that the one that you threw and then missiles came down from the sky? That sounded really, really epic.
This sounds like a huge AoE effect one, which...
And other grenades that were mentioned were flash grenades, incinerator grenades, goo grenades, and stun grenades. Which, I mean, flash grenades we haven't really seen lately much in a shooter, I guess.
No.
But yeah, most of the time especially if they work on friendlies, that could be really dangerous, I guess, in PvP.
Aye, but there's a lot of utility grenades by the looks of it, isn't there?
Yes, definitely.
So slows, dots, flashes, and stuff like that. So it'll be nice to see how everything interacts with everything, and how people load out their teams for like PvP and stuff like that.
I think the general message will be don't stand on fire.
Yeah, don't stand in the red fire.
You'd be surprised how often I've tested to see if fire burns.
Yeah,
it does in most games nowadays.
No, I'm just like. Did you ever play Hotball in Star Wars?
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
do
we have to mention that again?
No, don't stand in the green acid.
Every time we bring up Star Wars, which is just about every episode, Cal gets really angry. I feel like he's been personally offended by the game. Which is understandable, but we won't get into that.
No, this is not our off-topic subject for the day, which we haven't actually picked yet.
Oh, I can easily think of one.
No, but right, going back to the IGN video, death penalties, they were explained. You have an attempt to res yourself, or you can spawn straight away, or you wait for somebody to revive you, isn't it?
Yes, and you could only rest yourself like once every. Well, it has a cooldown, and if you die again, you have to extract, and that will cost money.
Yes,
that was my understanding.
So the death penalty looks to just be money,
which follows the trend of recent games, I guess. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's got a thing to be good. You had games like Age of Conan when it first came out, where people used to kill themselves to like travel large distances because there was no drawback into dying. You just couldn't do anything for a minute. But if it starts impacting on stuff you can buy and such like that.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. I mean, money in online games these days is also not a problem.
Well,
I mean, For me, the incentive or temptation would be really high to just like use my debt as an easier way to get back, which is not a bad thing. It's just I mean, personally, I would still prefer games where we had a little bit more incentive not to die. But I guess for a shooter, it might not be a great idea anyway to do it like that, because well, you tend to die faster and easier in a shooter than in say an actual
The
RPG example.
what happens if you die and you don't have any money?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
That I've
You
not
just
seen.
you never respawn. You have to make a new character.
The hardcore mode. No, but there's the thing. You're saying, oh, you may just use the incentive to move, kind of thing. But I take a lot of information and a lot of information gathering from what I see from Greg's live stream. Now, the amounts he's been picking up isn't a huge amount from killing things, and sometimes he's not even picking things up at all. So it depends on how well the script drops, really, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
If every company nowadays has somebody who keeps trends on economics in games and stuff like that, so it'll be nice to see if sometimes if we get a breakdown on what are bought and how much script is made and all that sort of jazz. I know a few games in the past have done it, and people have really liked that.
Well, Valve hired an actual economist to observe the Team Fortress 2 economy.
Yes.
And that was. But yeah, it would be cool if we saw that.
There's just so much information in game database these days. I mean, personally, I would love it to like to dig through that sort of information as a company. I can certainly see that is definitely something very valuable as well.
I'd love to see the heat maps. You know,
yes,
where people
stuff
die
like that.
and people where most people congregate and stuff like that in the betas and such. Because I've always found that kind of information really appealing and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cyber Pair Square Game Inch or something like that.
Virtual consent or virtual census.
Anyway, I've lost all train of thought now.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
Why would you do that?
It's all your fault.
Right.
No, it was we were destined to have this issue anyway.
Yeah, we always are. It's 2:00, 3:00, and
9:30.
Yeah, it's way past your bedtime.
Oh.
No, right. With the IGN video coming out for the Xbox, it is the first look on the console that we've properly had. They were talking about how the game was going to be released on the Xbox, and from what they were saying, it's going to need a hard drive to play it.
Or a USB stick.
Or a USB stick, yeah. If people are using flash drives and stuff like that. But it's looking to be that with MMOs, you're always getting patches and such like that.
Oh, yeah.
But the initial content download for Defiance, Rob said, should be less than 10 gig.
Well, that was for the day one patch, though. That wasn't for the game install.
No.
It almost seemed like he. Oh, was it?
That was for the game install.
What he said was the actual game install will definitely be less than 10 gigabyte, and I think he actually said that it will be quite a bit less. But with expansions, DLC, well, something like that is what you could reserve if you really want to commit to Defiance. But that is not the actual stuff that you download, because that's just from the disk, the installation, and that there will be a day one patch, and that will not be take hours to patch. That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
Right. For people who are going, with the downloading of the patches on day one, it is. He also turned around and said that the time difference between taking a game to print and shipping the game and launching the game can be a couple of weeks at least. Well,
yeah, I would imagine that they're if they haven't finished it already, they're incredibly close to finishing the actual printing process. I'm sure it's already started.
Yes.
So there will be constantly changing and updating and bug fixing and all that. So that is why you have the initial patch on release.
Yeah, and that's really just with pretty much any game, not even an MMO.
Yeah, there's been quite a
It
few.
is pretty rare these days that a game goes gold and there is not a week one patch.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's always something that's been overlooked.
sometimes
least
more
anyway.
obvious things than others. Doors not working, aliens, colonial marines. Oh my god.
AI not working. Oh wait, that was not a bug.
It's
I think we
it's a design
just
flaw.
found our off topic topic.
I think we did. We'll continue this conversation later.
Well, I can honestly say I've not played it because I thought it was going to be pants and I didn't like the multiplayer. That's my word on it. Anyway, just having a quick look. Yeah, so there was one achievement that we saw for it, and you got 30 Gs for it, and that was the Yeehaw achievement.
Yeah, was that because he started driving, or was that because he
He made it-
bounced
he
over a
jumped.
rock and made it jump?
Yeah,
You
he
see,
jumped.
that's what I thought.
I think
That's what I thought as well.
They said about driving, but I didn't know if he was just taking a pot guess for it. But no, there will be achievements and trophies, and they won't be the same thing for the different consoles, will they?
No, they'll probably be similar.
They'll be similar, but not exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's always good to have an achievement. That's pretty much using, would you say, the pursuits?
I think pursuits he mentioned separately, which are more like your counters. I think, like you kill that many people, make that many headshots and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. There's also stuff like driving that we've seen and all that.
Yeah.
There is one thing that I also want to take from the IGN, which was covered in the live stream last week by Greg. Greg took a little adventure into the area that he hasn't streamed before, and showed us some emergencies.
Yeah.
As I was saying, which are what, mini dynamic events? Would you say?
Yeah, something like that.
It's a good description. Yeah.
So these, anybody want to explain what they are?
Yeah, I can.
Go.
There are basically randomly placed area missions in the world. The one that we saw on the IGN video was, I think, a stranded convoy of trucks with a few NPCs around them, and I'm guessing they will be ambushed and you need to defend them or something like that, or maybe they broke down and you need to repair them. But I mean, that will basically an indication of what it might look like. What was it in the live stream, Jamu?
I can't remember. I think it was I think it was a Raiders one, where they were just in the middle of the road. E-reps, I think, were in trouble. Actually, do people know about the E-reps? They seem to be the basic forces of that military thing, the military column, wasn't it, that went over there?
Yes, I think so.
So yeah, you'd be seeing a lot of E-reps about. Yeah, and it seemed to be that they were in trouble and you needed to help them. They'd been ambushed or something like that. So it seems to have a running theme going from where you see them. But of course, there are many different NPCs. So many different kinds of encounters, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
No, yeah, the inclusion of all different sorts of random events that can pop up. It's just always going to know that there's a lot to do in the game.
I mean, preferably you when you want to log in, and then open up your map and see, oh, there's an Arkfall there, I can do that. Oh, wait, there's an emergency on the way, and then just by the end of your night, you're like, well, I did not get any quests done. In something like that would just be really, really nice.
It's going to be
kind of
what
what I'm expecting.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be one of those things. It's like, I'll go from point A to point B to do this mission, but I've run across the emergency, the Arkfall, and there's a shadow walk happening as well. I'll hop in on that. And then you go and go, crumbs, that was 3 hours worth. Yes. I can see me being drawn into doing stuff like that. Because it's going to be interactive, isn't it? It's not like a standard point-and-click MMO or anything like that where you just...
And it's not only that, but it's also going to at least on PC. I'm not sure how social people are on consoles these days, but it's also going to help to like kind of draw communities and friends together on these spots.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how much people interact on the console, seeing as it's a little bit more difficult to type.
I'm glad you said that.
And I think I know why.
Because I completely forgot about this little fact.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much one of the first things that they were saying about the interactivity of people on the consoles is that you can hook up a keyboard to your console and type that way.
Now, I wonder... I know that the PS3 has native support for keyboards for typing purposes. I don't know how they're doing that with the 360 though. I know you can get like a little pad that plugs into your controller and then use that, but I'm not sure.
You can get that for the PlayStation as well, can't you?
I mean, the real question is, are people actually using that? Because I think the answer to that is no.
Probably
but there's
no.
only like a 5% or 1% part of the players actually doing that, which kind of then defeats the purpose of like being social.
Well, there's no, there's not public voice chat, is there?
No, they said there will be no proximity chat, although you have like channels for clans and groups. So I mean, if you're in a clan, you can assume that you will be social with your clan.
I mean, I guess they're kind of banking on the idea of, oh look, this guy's in the same area doing the same things as me. Let me send him a group invite and see if he joins, and then maybe... And of course, when you get in a group, I'm sure there'll be group voice chat, so... I guess that... I guess that could work with consoles. But then there's also the choice of text chat if you have a keyboard or one of those little pads.
Yeah, well, it'll be nice to see how it goes. Keyboard support is pretty sweet, nonetheless. It's just if, like for the PlayStation, if you want to... I wonder if they'll be able to let you plug in a mouse. As well, like Dust 514, but that's a completely different topic.
Yeah, that and once again the PS3 has native support for that. It doesn't work as well, though. It works.
I mean, if you have a PlayStation 3 and you plug in a mouse and keyboard and you play with mouse and keyboard, then my question is, why the hell don't you just play it on PC?
Yeah.
Well, it's cheaper for one thing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, look,
it is now.
It is now.
Right now it is. It might not be in the near future.
I mean, when the PS4 is released, I bet for the price of the PS4, you can make a pretty good rig for it. Rig instead.
$600 console. What I paid for my PS3. Because I had to have it when it first came out. But I got PS2 support, so yeah. Alright.
Damn you. He's saying that could be the off-topic thing, the PS4 announcement.
There's so much stuff happening.
Aye. Right. Other stuff that's been released recently or since our last podcast is another stint of enemy intel videos. We've seen videos for Hellbug, Scrappers, and Raiders. So that is another 3 NPCs to add to the lists of...
So the other one came out before we did the last podcast?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Spoke about it last podcast, I'm pretty sure.
Which one is your favorite so far?
I like the Scrappers.
The Scrappers?
Yeah, same.
Only because I had never seen those before.
Transformers. That's what they kind of
robots.
feel like.
They're not in disguise.
No,
They're pretty blatantly out to
definitely
get
not.
you.
No, but they look cool. There's subtle hints in there as well, with little weak spot marks. I would think, I would hope, little weak spot marks on there. Like,
I think that is pretty much explaining where to shoot. If I see those videos, the assumption is pretty vague that those things that they highlight are actually your hotspots, so to say.
well, you look at the raiders; most of them are headshots, isn't it?
Yes,
Because they're humans, except for that big burly dude with the what is it, a flamer or like a flat cannon? You shoot the tank on his back.
Oh yeah, yeah. That. Well, I mean, usually the in-game tells are pretty. I mean, from what I've seen, it looks like most of the in-game tells would be like tells for weak spots is what I'm saying. I like the hellbugs. Oh, look, they have a glowing orb.
Let's shoot at it.
Let's shoot at it. See what happens.
I'm curious to see though, and we will probably end up discussing this a little bit more at the co part. But I'm curious to see if there will actually be some mobs in the game where you actually have to like mess around with it with a bit for a bit to actually figure out how do I beat this guy, where do I need to shoot, and where do I need to shoot them to like disable this guy and blow him up.
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
Or maybe I need to lure this guy over to this canister
Yes.
of
And
because he's weak to it. Acid. We'll say it's got acid in it. I'll always love canister acids. Yes, canister acids.
don't stand in acid.
Don't stand in acid, yeah, or fire,
Or fire.
or anything that is potentially harmful.
In fact,
And-
just stay in your house and play video games.
Bubble up yourself.
Oh god, but
Green.
then you'll encounter these things in the games, and then you just need to go curl up in your bed and cry.
Well, I just have one thing, one key piece of advice: green is not always for healing. No, but yeah, going back, there's like it does seem to have like the what's the word? What draws your attention? For example, the scrappers, by the looks of it, they've got big red eyes, kind of things, and it's like hit their sensors and all this. So if your eye's drawn to it, then shoot it.
Yeah, if it grabs your attention. Yeah, if it moves and it doesn't look friendly, shoot at it. If you see something glowing, shoot at it.
And use your overchargeability.
Yes.
Words to live by.
Words to live by. What else was released? Anybody else know?
Well, there were some things, and some stuff.
This is your homework assignment test.
Well, I think some things we haven't discussed yet is that Shadow War was kind of confirmed to currently run at 50 versus 50.
Oh yeah, they did mention that during the stream, didn't they?
Which is a hell of a lot of people, to be honest, to have in an open world PvP setting. So that got me a little bit excited.
Yeah, there was a pretty entertaining moment on tonight's stream where the Shadow War ended and everyone was around him, and then it started, and then everyone just exploded simultaneously.
Yeah, the battle looks of it. You can travel once you join a Shadow Wars queue, and then it gives you how many people it is to join. Once the maps or the match is confirmed, it'll give you an insta travel. By the looks of it,
which makes sense. I mean, there's no need to waste time riding 10 minutes to this point where you want your Shadow War to be, I guess.
It'll also kick you out of vehicles, won't it? It was shown tonight. When the Shadow War starts, if you're in a vehicle, it dismounts you from it and despawns it.
Why do you think that it is done?
Well, I think it's more to put everybody on the same playing field.
The same playing field, and perhaps if you're
but you can then...
if you're in a vehicle with someone else and they don't get put on the same team.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That is a good point.
But you can always summon your own vehicle again, right?
Yeah, you can instantly.
Make that clear. Yeah, okay, that's clear.
Yeah, so it is just that thing of putting everybody in a playing field, but I just found it funny when everybody was just standing next to each other and the match started, and people were laying down mines and the exploding grenades from the grenade launchers.
Also, another thing which homework. This is something which I was kind of angry about because it started like immediately after we released our last episode. The Arc Hunter rewards,
Yes.
the codes. Oh God, the codes!
Everybody is searching for the codes.
So many codes.
I have to say it's great to see everyone like working together. One funny thing was I got a few messages on my Twitter of people asking if we of Defiance Central hit any codes on our website. Let me just answer that now. I thought about putting a fake one like somewhere hidden, but we are not that evil. There are no codes on our website. But please visit anyway and follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, there are codes all over our website. Yeah, you should come and look at the codes.
I have to say, looking at the stats and these link and like the search engine results on the website, Arc Hunter codes is one that is fairly frequent. So, no, unfortunately, we don't have any. I may try and swing some. I may ask for some. Can we have one, or at least a fake one that you guys put up?
It's a code. Follow us on Twitter. Maybe send your code. No, we don't have any codes yet.
No, but basically, what the Ego Arc Hunter thing is, they have given a pre-game program to get yourself little added extras when the game's launched. For example,
extra inventory space.
Yeah.
A vehicle, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's one of the later ones, isn't it? The more you do, the better the rewards get. You can get outfits, titles, plus skills to weapons.
Yes, but I believe that will only give you a head start. Like it won't go over the cap, I believe.
Yeah,
that would be a bit sick. That was my first concern when I read it and I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, that's probably just going to give you a little head start. Mm-hmm. I think it's a really nice idea. I haven't really seen it be done like this, and it's
no, definitely not like this.
It's interesting how that actually like expands the platform of the game a little bit.
It's nice to see the community working together to find them.
Yeah, I'm sure that spreadsheet, and we should put that link up again. That spreadsheet is just amazing. The amount of people working on that thing is just awesome to look at.
It's not only that, you look at the public forum, and I mean the stickies. They have like 3,500 views, 15,500 views, 10,500 views. You have a look at the hidden code list discussion. 290,000, nearly 290,001 views.
Yeah,
It spans 613 pages.
Goodness,
that's kind of crazy.
Pretty good. No, yeah, it's just good. It's just awesome.
And no, it's. I'm just. Sorry, something caught my eye there, and I had to read.
No tractors driving by.
No tractors driving by today.
Pulling people by their legs.
God. So drunk.
Oh, sorry. I'm. Yeah, Reddit. Reddit is just bad. Imager is bad.
Imager's worse.
Yeah, but I've just seen if anybody watched the live stream tonight, and you have to give Lance props. He dressed as a Hawaiian leprechaun.
And he looked fabulous.
He looked awesome. Green tombola hat, big. They're not even aviator glasses, are they? And a green bow tie. A big tie.
In fact, just watch the live streams. You should watch the live stream. This is actually today. I'll admit today's the first day that I'd actually watched through most of one. I had to skip out on the riff bit a little bit, but they're actually really fun and enjoyable.
I think solidly for like the past month and a half, I've been watching the Warface and the Defiance bit. If you don't know about the live streams, basically on Twitch, It's twitch.com/TryandWorlds. They stream for an hour each Rift, Warface, and Defiance. And you have their respective community managers stuff. It's normally Dahanese, Elizabeth Toby, and Overload UT, Greg. I don't know Greg's surname.
Same. It's not on his Twitter, so that's why I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, they normally host it with the different community managers. At the moment, and I'm really bad because her name's gone from my head.
Emily Taylor?
No.
Wait.
Begins with an A. One of the Rift community managers does the patch notes, all that stuff. Emery.
Yes.
Emery. Sorry, Emery. I do apologise. I can only say that it's 2:45 in the morning and I am absolutely knackered. No, but for the last 2 weeks while Dahanese has been in London with the Tryon team over here, she's taken her place. She's done a really good job of it as well. And she's been giving away alpha and beta codes for Defiance and Warface from what I've seen.
Speaking of which,
I'll let you do this, Cal.
Well, you made it happen, so maybe
I know.
Reviewed.
Right. We've asked Lance if we can give away some alpha accesses. Now, this is all, well, you guys will hopefully have seen it and you'll hopefully hear of it. It depends how fast Matt gets this up, because Matt can be on the clock for this one.
Yes.
Yes. We are giving away 5 alpha passes to the Defiance Alpha. Over 3 different networks, social networks. We're giving away 2 on the website, 2 on the Twitter, and 1 on our YouTube channel, where you could be listening to this on. And all you need to do is find the tweet on Twitter and retweet and follow us. On YouTube, there's a comment in the YouTube video that I've made for it that you want to post in the comment section and subscribe. And on the website, there's a phrase on the website article that you need to put in a comments post. We've had quite a large, following for it, should I say? I think
Obviously,
yeah.
For those not aware, I think the alpha testing basically involves that the servers are always online. And you have, I think, more access to the game. Is that correct?
We it was asked when we posted it on Twitter. Somebody asked, and the guys at Tryon actually explained it. The beta invites and the beta passes are for the weekends that they do, whereas the alpha runs 24/7 and gives you a chance to help with your feedback and your playing to find bugs and stuff that is constantly evolving, constantly being fixed. So
it's actually one of the few times where I've actually it's the first time I've ever seen an alpha and a beta running at the same time.
well,
yes and no. I mean,
I'm sure it's been done before.
You can kind of at this point start calling the alpha close beta.
Yeah, but it's still labeled alpha.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But
no, you're wrong. I'm right.
Stop arguing, children. Go into your respective corners. No, but anyway. Nah, I'll be having none of that.
Corners. Oh my God, we are very intelligent children.
No, but at the moment on the website we've got 78 people entered in for 2 alpha passes.
Who to pick?
Basically, this will run till midnight on Sunday. So, Matt, this has got to be up within the next 12 hours, please, if possible.
I'm going to go ahead and get Premiere pulled up.
And the winners of the competitions will be notified sometime on Monday, and I'll contact you and ask you for all the information I need to pass over to Lance to get you in as soon as possible. Whew. That's that done.
Also, good luck to everyone that's entered.
Yes, good luck indeed.
Bribes can be sent to. Never mind.
No. Well, there is one thing I will say. Even though if you enter into all three, and by the rare case of you winning 2, you're only allowed 1. We'll re-roll the other one.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, only one key per person.
Yeah.
Only to keep it fair.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, I'd say.
No, right. Other things that have happened. Was it awards? The Dice Awards.
Yes, the Dice Awards.
Yeah.
That's
The
thing.
Dice Awards happened, and Nick from Tryon and Mark from Sci-Fi Channel, they did a keynote speech on Defiance. Ran for about half an hour, and it outlined the process of 4 years worth of work. Oh, more people bleeding, pinging me.
Yeah, the keynote. I actually hadn't had the chance to watch the keynote. I haven't watched anything from the Dice Summit. I've just read articles, so I didn't even know that he did a keynote until today.
No, basically, they were just running through how one thing that'll always stick in my mind: how Sci-Fi wanted horses, and how Tryon wanted planes.
Yes.
And it was like, no, because there's no to planes because of the Arkfalls, you could get hit by him, and no to horses because they're a pain in the ass to model and animate.
Yes, and I mean horses are easy for the movie industry, but yeah, they're obviously not as iconic and easy to market in a video game.
But horses. But horses is my argument.
Yeah, but horses. But you have your horses. It's called the horsepower in your cars and
in your respective vehicle.
Yes.
In your Challenger, which, by the way, that's like my goal from day one is to get a Challenger because I love muscle cars, and it's like Challenger. Now, if they put a Camaro in, I would crap myself, but I don't think that.
Oh, but saying that, there is the horsepower in normal cars, but the cars in Defiance, I'm just trying to find it now.
Oh, speaking, just one thing while we're on vehicles, I actually saw something in the stream today that I may have been shown before, but it was actually the first time I had seen a buggy.
No, it was, by the looks of it, the first time, yes.
It's a purple
June
buggy. It was a very
purple
fabulous buggy.
There was a couple. There was a red buggy, but Lance was driving around in a red buggy. No, sorry, purple buggy. Purple buggy for a green Hawaiian leprechaun. So no, now we've seen what is it? I think it's called the Prowler, which is the starting vehicle.
Oh yeah, and the ATV that the starting vehicle that we saw in the IGN video is actually a different ATV than the one we saw in the other videos that we've seen ATVs on, like from E3 and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes, so I think they changed the starter vehicle. To be honest, I like the older model more than this one. This one just likes.
I like the new one.
Yeah,
I don't know. The new one to me looks like a giant lawnmower. I don't know.
A lawnmower?
It probably is, because everybody's not going to have a fast, high performance ATV.
Yeah,
maybe
the older ATV model looked more like a high performance ATV, not like a transportation ATV.
Yeah, but no. Does anybody know what fuels them?
Willpower.
Oh, I remember asking
Pure willpower. Oh wait, was this an actual thing?
No, it's an actual thing.
Rob explained it in London.
Yeah.
But
it's also been shown in the vehicle developer's diary. The spinny bit on the top of the Dodge.
The spinny bit on the top of the Dodge.
Yeah.
Are you going to explain it more, or
It's,
is that all we
it's
have to
just
go by?
No.
oh, that's what fuels it. The spinning.
Yes, the spinning thing on the top of the Dodge engine fuels it, and in it is called petrol.
Petrol.
Yeah,
And is that like a fuel source, or is that like an energy cell, or how should I?
it's a fuel source, and from what I gather, from what I've read, it's formed from hellbug poop.
Oh well, that's quite smart. So we end up killing the things that makes our vehicles, right? Okay.
I'm just watching. I just something that came up on the forums today. There was a hardcore Defiance fans thread, and it just came up in there, and it just made me chuckle. Our vehicles are fueled by poop.
Now, is that official lore?
No, but anyway,
Does that mean that larger hellbugs produce more efficient poop? These are questions that need to be answered. And is there poop that's more refined than other poop? Because there's different types of gasoline and petrol. So one would assume that the higher poop level that's not mixed with the corn syrup.
I'm just really hoping that forum post was not a troll threat, because
No, I want to be able to say that my car runs on poop, alien poop.
No, right. I can honestly say I've just jumped onto the wiki. If you guys don't know what the wiki is, it's defiance-wiki.com. It's run by I still can't pronounce his name. How do you say it?
Eskios.
Eskios. Petrol is a fuel that is processed from hellbug waste and used to power the Hannibal 800 CR quad. There are many abandoned petrol refineries near San Francisco.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Wait. Okay, well, that's actually kind of interesting. If it's powered by hellbug waste. By the way, this conversation is going on way longer than it should have. But I'm actually curious now. If there's abandoned refineries that refine the hellbug waste, how long have the hellbugs been there? If the refineries are abandoned.
Well, I think we're talking about, throughout the entire war. So that's what, a 20-year time span?
Yeah, so it's going to be a long enough time to.
Okay, okay. See, that's something I actually didn't know.
That's
when this takes place in reference to when the aliens first came. That's one thing I didn't know.
That's another thing that was kind of first fully explained in the IGN video by Rob, is that the war kind of ended with the Battle of Defiance, where photons and humans for the first time actually paired up together to save innocent lives, apparently, and that the war actually started not only between aliens and humans, but also aliens and aliens and humans and humans. So that seems quite interesting to me.
Yeah, that's. By the way,
There is a nice bit of law there.
I just noticed something on the Defiance website. Better with Kinect sensor. What does this mean?
Yes, I also saw that.
Yeah, we saw that in the IGN video.
Yeah, and I have no idea.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was like a calibrate or something or test. Yeah, I saw that thing in the menu.
And Jambu and me talked about this earlier, and the first thing we said, well, maybe you can control your menu with Kinetic. That would be kind of cool with hand gestures and stuff.
I want a mini game where I refine the hell poop that goes into my engine.
Yeah, I think that's not going to happen.
Oh, how disappointing! I'm not a big Kinect fan, but it's interesting.
No.
It could just be like voice commands too, because for some reason you need a Kinect to process voice commands on the 360. Because
you see, I hope if they do have it, have some sort of interactivity with the Kinect, that they bloody test it. Look at that Sonic game that came out a while back.
Oh, Free Rider.
Yeah. The amount of times that you just a little twitch forward and you slam yourself into a wall.
If you have a Kinect, don't let your hands get anywhere near each other, because the minute your hands go together, the Kinect just explodes. It can't process hands overlapping.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just depends on how they do it. I mean, voice commands I can easily see. As long as
Yeah,
it's
you
not,
can like chit chat to Ego.
yeah,
That would be
that
cool.
would be creepy.
Good morning, Ego. How are you doing? I'm fine.
Good morning.
That would be
It's
cool.
sorry, isn't it? I wanna get my iPhone, and I wanna change sorry for Ego. That's what I
We
wanna
need
do.
to get what we need to do it when the game comes out. We need to record Ego just talking, and then we need to make a custom voice pack for GPS systems.
Yes.
Yes. No, actually, how about if you're the person that does the voice of Ego, please get in touch with us.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We want to do this, please. No, right. We are gonna have to start wrapping this up. We've been going for what now? An hour.
All right, so I think we'll
all
do
coming up.
our off-topic topic. Real.
I still have a few. Can I mention a few
Oh.
things from the IGN video still?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Sure.
Since it would be a shame not to mention them. Something that got me really excited was the fact that Trine was not planning to split up the player base through DLCs, which basically
yeah.
means that yes, there will be downloadable content, new zones, but even if you don't buy the DLCs, you can still like do the content with your friends and such, but you might not be able to use the rewards and such. So there
Yeah.
will still be enough incentive for you to buy the DLCs, but it's not really going to separate the entire player base, and that is, I think, is a really important thing to mention, because that is good news. in
Yeah,
my opinion.
there was actually, as soon as the DLC, the season, I think it was the season pass that sparked this, popped up as a thing with the Ultimate Edition. People on the forums started going crazy. And I remember, I think I posted in the thread. Someone was asking how they were going to handle, because usually in MMOs you get free content updates. Just like, for instance, WoW will add a new dungeon or raid or whatever. But in a game like this, where there's a season pass for an MMO, which I've never really seen before. I've season passes for single player games or games like Borderlands, but never seen one for an MMO. People were freaking out. It's like, oh, are we not going to get any free content? And that's been answered. So,
Well,
yippee.
there was
Yes.
another thing that happened as well. With was it GameStop? They actually took the season pass off the Ultimate Edition on their website, which sent everybody going. Then what are we paying for?
Yeah, but
Lance tonight. Sorry, go on.
no, I was just going to say they confirmed that any copy of the Ultimate Edition would have the season pass, I believe.
Yeah, Lance confirmed tonight that even though whatever any of the other websites says, that the Ultimate Edition will get the season content pass, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So GameStop trolling us once again.
Oh, of course.
Look, I've voiced my opinions about GameStop in the past.
And where did you order your copy again?
I was my heart was about to go out when I pre-ordered my copy from GameStop. That's the only place you can get the Ultimate Edition from.
I'm just still gonna say that I still haven't pre-ordered yet.
I wonder if the Ultimate Edition's sold out yet.
Don't say that, please don't.
Oh
No, it's a concern because
No.
they said that when pre-orders went up that they were limited.
Yeah, just don't say that, please.
I'm not going to say it, but I am going to bring up the page here.
No, don't.
It doesn't.
Don't do it.
It doesn't say that.
Don't
yet.
do it.
I'll tell you, it doesn't.
Don't do
say
it.
It doesn't say it.
Don't do it.
All right.
Don't.
Doesn't.
Meanwhile, I think the final thing I want to mention was that the IGN video concluded with, I think, 20 minutes to 30 minutes gameplay footage of the co-op map Scrap Metal, where you go in with 4 players, 4-man groups, which is what it is balanced around, and you cannot join without 4 people. It looked pretty cool. Everyone should definitely watch that. Every instance ends with a boss, so that's definitely interesting. It's kind of like an MMORPG, so that's always good.
At least you do have your instance co-op stuff. That's what I like.
Yes, and there was an awesome little reveal from a weapon that I really liked, which was a rocket launcher. You shoot at it, and then from the explosions, 4 smaller rockets come out and like blow up around it.
If I remember rightly, that was said on the live stream one time, I think. That's a Merv launcher to go with that Merv
makes
grenade
sense.
from earlier on in the IGN video.
And the final thing is that Intel is spread around instances, which are kind of, I think, like voice recorders in other games.
Oh
where
yeah,
you
audio
get,
logs.
Yes, where you get like pieces of
That's-
lore and story, and that especially when you have like this universe around the game and a TV series, that can be just so much fun to listen to because
Something that just interjecting here. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's kind of related. Something that Rob mentioned in that IGN video was that because you have a TV show and then you have a game. Obviously, you can fit a lot more information into a video game than you can an episode of a TV show. So people that are really into the universe are actually going to be able to learn a lot more information if they watch the show and play the game as opposed to just watching the show or just playing the game because you've got these two sources of information rather than just one, which is actually something that I don't think I've ever seen before in a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, we've never seen this. This is the first transmedia.
Yeah.
This is history, baby.
We're making history.
Well, we're not. They are.
They're making history. I like to think we're involved.
We are of some sort.
But I think that we might have to skip our off-topic topic for this
Yes.
episode because we've already been talking for about an hour.
Thank God I don't have to talk about the PlayStation 4.
Also, I, for some reason, have to pee badly. Again.
Jesus, man.
Apparently, I've drinking way too much Dr. Pepper.
Right. We'll close down with a few, shout outs and stuff like that. Some of you guys might know Defiance Central runs a community link program where if you are a guild, another fan site, another podcast, anything to do with the community, that we'd like to offer you guys a banner swap kind of thing. You give us some information, we'll put you up on the website, we'll do a whole announcement, Twitter, all that sort of jazz. And we've had a fair few recently join us. There are still some in the works as well. Since the last podcast, we've had Dark Legion, which is our first Xbox 360 guild. We've had Imminent Ruin. We've had the 47th Cavalry. It is the 47th Cavalry, isn't it? Mine's gone blank.
Yes.
I did have it up, but my page is
47th Legion.
47th Legion. Sorry, Cav. I do apologize. We have also got Vox Industries. These guys, Vox Industries, I am going to give a little bit more of a shout out because they've got a couple of things on the go at the moment. They have they've got a little competition on the go. It is a design your own Hellbug. Basically, it's got to be of your own design, and it's got to have 6 legs. And it can be anything you want. And the winner of that will gain a PC copy of Defiance. I don't know if they're going to give you any special editions or anything like that.
I fear there are bronies coming.
What?
I fear there are a lot of ponies coming in that submission with 6 legs.
You can't see me, but I'm face palming.
No, but anyway, they'll do that. They're also like us. They were able to get their hands on some alpha passes, and they've got a competition going for that. One fan site has joined us. It's a RP fan site. It's more of a forum. Defiance RP. The guy that's sorting that out has is trying to kickstart the role playing area.
They've got that fancy font.
They got that fancy font, yeah. The guy's sound is Ruzel, and go find him out. It's defiancerp.forummotion.co.uk.
This is where it's kind of obvious that I haven't looked into it, but is that like forum post by post roleplay?
To be honest, it's a bit of everything. I think they're on about doing events, a knowledge database, out of character discussion and some role playing on the forum as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm assuming they're trying to kickstart the RP before the game comes out. That way, once the game's out, everyone kind of has this backstory for their character and whatnot.
Yeah, because there was that whole thing about it's an MMO, it's an RPG, it's a shooter, it's everything. What the RP is going to do about it,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So
I never really RP in MMOs, but it's always nice to see that there's a good, healthy RP community.
yeah.
I am signing up now, so yeah, I'm definitely a role player.
Yeah, I've done my fair share of it, and we'll do our best to help kick it along.
Mm-hmm.
You
should register on their site. Everybody register on their site.
There's one last thing I want to say in regards to the community and such like that. I'm calling upon all guild leaders. This is like a huge shout out. I've got a few ideas on the go to help the community and help guilds and such like that, ranging from guild interviews and to something that I can't quite say at the moment. But it's working. It's hopefully going to involve Tryon as well. So if you are a guild leader and you would like to get in on this action, if there's a forum topic on the forums in the guild section just asking for some information, email us at guilds@defiance-central.com with all the information, and I will get back to you people. That's about it, I think. And we've probably fitted in like 25 minutes worth of speech in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We did go on.
God, if we would have done our off-topic, we would have had an hour-and-a-half show.
No, but I'm going to do this. Welcome to Sledgehammer 70 for being the new community manager. I'm hoping that you will enjoy it and we will have a long and productive relationship with Defiance Central and Tryon as always. And what is everybody looking forward to in the game at the moment? Don't all jump at once.
I'm looking forward to. Okay, this sounds kind of. Yeah, he talked about that earlier. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the Dodge Challenger in game. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but I am in real life really into cars and all. So I'm actually really interested in seeing how they did that in the game. But aside from that, I mean, we're kind of close to launch. We've got under 3 months. Actually, we've got
under 3 months.
We've got a little over 2 months.
I was going to say try recounting.
Under 3 months is under 3 months.
No, try a month and a week.
Yeah.
Oh.
2nd of April.
Oh,
it's like really, really, really close now.
That snuck up really fast.
It's less than 6 weeks.
Oh God, there's so many games coming out in the next month and a half. What am I gonna do?
Play Defiance.
Well, yeah, but there's BioShock. There's.
I forgot about that one.
There's Tomb Raider. There's SimCity. There's Defiance. Oh God, my money. I'm just throwing my wallet at people. God.
Right, Cal, what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward. I don't know. I'm looking forward to everything, man. I think at the moment it would be co-op, but that's only because IGN showed a scrap metal, so that's what's most fresh. But I want to see the TV series. I want to play the game. I want to own people in PvP. I want to freaking stream the game already, and let's just get to launch and be done with it.
Okay, I will say that I'm very excited for the TV show. This is probably the most excited I've been for a TV show in a very long time.
I'll have to say TV show, but I like PvP. I've always liked PvP, but the co-op does look awfully interesting. So I'm going to leave my answers short there. TV, PvP, and PvE. Right, we shall leave that then for this week. Well, this week. We're going to be doing one a lot sooner this time.
I'm almost willing to say that we're close to being able to do one every week. Maybe not yet.
Yeah.
But we're very close.
Well, we'll soon be able to start doing patch reviews and such like that when the game's released anyway. And I'm even starting thinking about doing a recap of the live stream each week as well, even if it is just a little 5-minute video for it.
Knowing us,
we can make that 5 minutes last 5 hours.
Yes. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. If Matt's got this up, please head over and enter the competition. Well, the giveaways, and there are forum posts to be looked at. Stay in touch with the community, as it is a fast-growing community, and everybody seems all right at the moment.
Yep, and remember, Defiance-Central.com, Twitter.com/DefianceCentral, Twitter.com/Jimbu3D, Twitter.com/DefianceCal, Twitter.com/Matrick, YouTube.com/DefianceCentralTV.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Facebook.com/community.DefianceCentral.
There we go. Thank you very much, guys. I've been Jimbu, and this has been Cal, and that's been Matt.
Later, everyone.
Goodbye.